place to be. Ain't no need to lay.
What's up, guys? What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. Give me just a second. I realized I didn't have this link posted in the Discord, so I wanted to do that real fast. I was just discussing with my wife what I was going to try to have for lunch today, as there's a fish fry down the street from my house tonight. $15. You get a couple pieces of fish, chips, cookie, applesauce, and coleslaw for $15. So I'm gonna get a couple of those meals. Probably just take the golf cart down there, get a couple meals. But I don't think my son's gonna eat it. So but yeah, anyhow, just trying to be healthy and stuff too, So trying to game plan lunch so I can be ready to rock for dinner and eat plenty of that. Live on YouTube, live on Twitter today. If you're watching on Twitter, do me a favor and retweet the show. If you are on YouTube and you feel like just coming over and just going to Twitter and retweeting it anyhow, just to help me out, help me grow this bad boy. Let's try to get some retweets. There's a few. I got a few. Couple. Three retweets on the video. So what's up, Isaiah? What's up, anybody that's in here? If you're watching on Twitter as well, like I said, you can I can pull these comments up on YouTube, I can pull the comments up on Twitter as well. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Let's go ahead and get into it. Boy, man, they're hitting some stupid stuff in the Discord recently. Coach went up like 80 some units yesterday, which is, awesome, obviously. Frustrating at the same time. A guy like me, a guy like myself, who is a straight better, that's impossible to go up 82 units. 82 units would be a good probably 2 months for me, 3 months of work. Look, y'all know there's not anybody more consistent than me, but putting up 82 units in one day really is crazy. It is impossible for me to do. I'm up 120 in 8 months, which is good. Don't get me wrong, but very impressive stuff. I meant to share that earlier and I forgot. I've been a little distracted, as we know. What's up, Tay? All right, let me share my screen here. If you guys haven't liked the video, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do all that stuff for me, please. Okay, sorry. I just got like a bunch of tabs open here. Share screen. Oops. Okay. Okay, I'll say real quick though too. First of all, appreciate you guys. I apologize for missing the last couple days. Today's Friday. We didn't have a show on Wednesday or Thursday. Honestly, I almost didn't want to do one today. I just feel like laying around, and then so far here it is 11:30, and I haven't done that yet. Update since I've seen you guys. My dog does not have cancer, so that's fantastic. It's a fatty tumor. It's not a cancerous tumor, but it's big. And because it's around the ribs, he's got to go to the vet surgeon place. It's like $4,000 estimated to cut it out, or my local vet can do it. But they go in and debulk it. They just kind of pull out some of the material so it's not so big, I guess. Close it back up. But that's still like $1,500. So it's not bothering him right now. In the meantime, my wife was grooming my golden retriever and accidentally cut his ear. He had surgery on that yesterday because boy, she got it good. Basically cut it away from the skin. So there's probably a pretty big size open wound. And they're like, yeah, I brought him in. They're like, yeah, no, he needs so they had to actually cut part of the ear that was flapping around off. And then they folded it over and then sutured it up. Is that it? I think that's it. Anyhow, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. So I already posted the pick of the day. So if you have not checked out the pick of the day on YouTube, make sure you check that out on my channel. If you're like slap videos, also been posting slap videos. I told you I apologize if some of this stuff's getting annoying. I've been trying to put out motivational quotes. What else? Like informational. There's one about Russell Wilson today. Like it's just like just trying to like honestly just get more eyes on the channel. For whatever reason, shorts, man, shorts are crazy. These slap videos. I mean, I could probably show you, but I'm not gonna waste the time doing it. But like I mean, I got like 10,000 views on like 5 or 6 of these different videos. They're like 10-second long. I'm just clipping it from their YouTube page and putting it on my YouTube Shorts page. I mean, I probably got 100 followers, subscribers just from these probably maybe 10 videos. I got 100 subscribers. So YouTube Shorts is crazy. And then hopefully some of these people that are subscribing are getting a notification and it's like, oh, this guy bets on football. This guy bets or whatever. I like to bet, let me check it out. And then I grow. So like I said, I apologize if it's annoying. I was doing it a little bit with like NBA highlights. Somebody had like a nice dunk or something. I was doing it. And then I was like, oh, wow, these are getting a lot of views, 5 to 10,000 views. I was kind of thinking during football season, man, on a Sunday, if I'm just chilling on my phone watching games, man, just like every time somebody scores, like it's like NFL touchdowns or something, I think on Twitter. Every time somebody scores, clip the video, boom, throw it up in YouTube Shorts, Devin A. Chain, touchdown, 80-yard run or whatever. Just trying to grind, guys, trying to get this monetized, which I'm super close. So it's gonna help. Anyway, enough talking. Enough chit chatting. First off, say hi if you're here. I like the interaction, guys. If you have questions and stuff like that, we're only talking one baseball play today. So if you had stuff that you were interested in, you got to let me know in the chat and we'll certainly look at it. Or just pop in and say hi. If you're on Twitter, pop in and say hi, like I said. Let's talk baseball first, though. I got the one play here, the Zach Wheeler over 5.5 outs, minus 122. This is actually moving around. Kind of weird. I posted this actually at minus 122 today. This morning, I just made my like little, this is the pick of the day. But do me a favor, please, and just go watch the video. Click on the video so it says a link view. And like it was like minus 138. And then it just came back down. It's gonna go all over the place. If we're looking at like DraftKings, it's like I'm gonna see what it is on DraftKings. I'm not gonna go to every book, but yeah, Chuck, I know. I actually said that in the video, but like I seen it today. Like I went on a walk this morning instead of trying to run. I actually went on 18 accidentally. I accidentally went on an 18-mile bike ride yesterday. And but then this I don't know, but I was like kind of feeling sick yesterday and I was like, all right, I need to still do some kind of exercise, mainly because I'm eating a bunch of fish today. But I'm, constantly I'm like 4 pounds away from like seeing a number on the scale I have not seen in a long time. So I'm really impatient and wanting to get it. So I've been trying to stay healthy. Minus 145 on DraftKings. It's like minus 150 at other books and everything. So it's pretty high. Oh, I got one more thing to say real fast, very quickly. It can't always be about all sports, right? You're here for the personality, of course. So yeah, so I don't know if you guys live anywhere where there's like trails and people walk their dogs and run and ride their bikes on it and stuff. Like we have like that pretty extensively where I'm at. And they like built a connection to the trail kind of close to my house. So I rode my bike to it. It's 2 miles, down to the start of the trail and then ended up being 9 miles altogether. But I wanted to just see where it went. I wasn't sure where it went. So it was 9 miles. Then I had to ride 9 miles back. But in the process, I kept thinking to myself, and I was gonna make a tweet and I forgot. What is like I had to have been the only adult that was not wearing a helmet. Everybody was wearing a helmet when they're riding their bikes. And like honestly, I feel like I may have seen recently, and like it was not like a law or like they were actually trying to say on the pass you have to wear a helmet, maybe. But I might have been the only one not wearing a helmet. Like, guys, it's been like 20 years since I fell off a bike. Like, why are grown adults wearing a helmet? Look, I get it. If you're like on a Lance Armstrong bike and like flying, but like I don't man, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how many people had a helmet on. For real, it was crazy. Anyway, that's the random discussion for today. Tay, Bryce Miller. I looked at Bryce Miller. Bryce Miller pitches a lot better at home than he does away. I just didn't really feel comfortable backing him against the Mets. The line also opened at 16 and a half, and it's at 17 and a half everywhere now. So you're getting the worst of the line. And sometimes that's okay. If a line, opens up really early at 16 and a half, moves to 17 and a half like immediately, but like if I'm like kind of weird and don't really love the 17 and a half, then it's like, man, I don't want to play it just because that's what's available. It's kind of like a pass for me because it opened at 16 and a half. I would have felt better at 16 and a half. I like it. I like it. If in a leg in a parlay, or look, if we're whatever, it was almost a play for me. But he's been good against not very good teams, and he's been hit by good teams, and the Mets certainly are better against lefties. But dude, why isn't my face thing working on my phone? But it's still I just still have a little more faith in the Mets, I guess. Eflin, I didn't look at that, to be honest, but he's been pretty good for it. Marcus, yeah, as long as our boy Flaherty shows up, I think it's going to be a good play. I do have oh shoot, I almost banned you, Marcus. I do have a play in the Discord that's not going to make it to the to here because we're going to ride some football instead. So shout out the description, shout out the Discord, and signing up for that. I got information in the the description to do it. Comment, DM, whatever. If you're looking for a promo code, is I usually have a little something for you. Okay. Anyhow, let's do this, guys. We're talking. Let's tell me to shut up and let's get going. Honestly, though, I don't have a whole lot to say about football. I've said it before. Like when you're talking like spreads and stuff like that, sometimes it's just like, look, I'm telling you what I think is going to happen. That's where football is like a passionate type sport, where like baseball is a very analytical, and I think NBA is too, to be completely honest. I feel that like outside of the UFC, MLB is man on man. Like, how does this how is this batter against a pitcher? How's he against a righty? What's he the fastball at home, away, at night, during the day? Turf, not turf, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's very analytical, and I can sit here and say that a lot. I like this play because this. But if I'm like, all right, yeah, I think this team's gonna win, and of course I can give you some reasons for that. But in football, it's any given Sunday, obviously. So there's not as much to talk about. Like when we get to college football, which is a very passionate college football person, on a random Thursday, we're talking college football. We're going to be on the MAC games. We're going to bet the Wednesday games, the Friday games, the Saturday games. We're on NFL on Sunday. We're on NFL on Monday. We're at whatever. On a Thursday, I don't know why I said Thursday, because there'd be NFL on that day. But I mean, look, if it's Monday, I might have a podcast just Monday Night Football. Look, here's two props that I like, and I think this team wins, because it's just once football comes around, baseball is about to like get the hook. But I mean, we'll see. And obviously, I'm still gonna be knowledgeable about it. Corey, FanDuel and DraftKings boost, you just mean in general? I know I've seen that there's a stepped up promo for DraftKings, and then FanDuel has the 30% same game parlay boost. I looked today. There's just not a whole lot that I like. I gave out one straight in the Discord, and I gave out a 2-leg little builder type play, and like that might be it. I've also been having a hard time just kind of getting going. I lost another unit with football yesterday. I was only up a unit. I think I'm even for August, which, look, there's going to be some months where like you're only up 4 units or 5 units. I won 20 units in back-to-back months. Like you can't always do that. But we still have plenty of time. Anyway, Zach Wheeler's over this number in 5 straight games. He's over this in 5. What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of his last 7. If you look at him away, he's actually over this in 3 straight as well. If you go head to head, he is over Arizona in 4 straight games, including the one time he faced them in June 22nd. So not that long ago, he put up eight strikeouts against him in this game. Most importantly, though, here, let me go to this stat news. Wheeler versus Diamondbacks. Zach Wheeler's history against the Diamondbacks has just been pretty wild. I mean, you can look at him when he was with the Phillies. You can look at him when he was with Arizona. Whatever. He's had 12 starts against the Diamondbacks in his career. Um, he's 8, 7, 3, 8, 7, 7, 9, 8, 6, 7, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3 times as he failed to go over this. So he's over this in 9 out of 12 times against the Diamondbacks. What I like to see here too is if you look, he's gone at least 6 innings in every single outing that he's had in his career against the Diamondbacks. His outs line right now is set at 18.5. So the books are forcing you to say whether or not he's going to go out into the 7th inning. It's almost guaranteed that he's going to go a full 6 innings for us here. We have a line of 5.5. That means we need Zach Wheeler to average just 1 strikeout per inning, which I think is going to be pretty doable for us. And you can see too that he's not only is he over 6, he's over 7 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those 9 times that he's been over 6, he's actually over 7. And he's done really well against the Mets. He's away today. So we look at, him in Arizona. He had 7 in this away game, 7 in this away game, 9 in this away game, 8 in this away game, 6 in this away game. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight away games in Arizona. 5 straight starts in Arizona. He's gone at least 6. 4 of those he's had 7 plus. Really good history against this team. If you look at it like the matchup wise against them, you got Jock Peterson's got a 35% K rate against them. Perdomo's got a 33% K rate. Corbin Carroll 22, lower, still a little high. Grychek 66, Uriel 40, McCarthy of 40, Thomas is a 50. But you look at, Suarez got a 14%, that's good. Ketel Marte at 13%, that's good. He's not gonna be able to strike out every guy. Josh Bell at 17% K rate. He's faced him 32 times. Josh Bell still struck out 7 times against this guy. Nutso. Yeah, I mean, there's always opportunity for bad things to happen, but more recently they've been really struggling against right-handed pitchers, and you have the fact that Bailey Ober is the first pitcher of a doubleheader, which generally means that they're going to have a much longer leash. You also have, they had a day off yesterday, which is fine, but they still threw 4 guys on Wednesday night. So the bullpen is not fully rested, although they had that day off yesterday. It's the right play, that's for sure. Especially with it being a doubleheader. And then whatever else I said. Anyhow, yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at with Zach Wheeler. I think it's a good look. I did post this one in the Discord. Let me see if I missed anything here. Faced 12 times his career, 6 plus in 9 of those, 9 of which he's had 7 plus, 8 plus in 4, 1K an inning. Yep. 5 straight in Arizona going back to 2017. So, look, there's just a lot of positive things. I can't pick out a negative. I can't pick a negative out. 4 straight, 4 straight head to head. 5 straight in general now. 6 out of his last 7. 3 straight away. 5 straight in Arizona. 9 out of 12 starts. We need to average 1K an inning. I think this is a solid play. Best play on the board, in my opinion. It's gone up to minus 130 since we've been talking. It was minus 120 when we started. So lock it in now. I think it's going to move even more. Quickly though, I guess if we were to look at some MLB, just while we're here, we got doubleheader here in the morning. Oh, they finally announced the pitcher, huh? I don't know who that is. On the early game here. Oh yeah, Eflin's pitching for the Orioles now, huh? Look, there's times where I just don't like. I just don't really like the matchups here. Kind of maybe want to get through the weekend or whatever and enjoy some football. Then we mix the teams back up, but there's really no spots here where it's like, oh, there's an automatic win type thing, or like this pitcher's definitely going to get the loss. So like as a juice reducer, like there's no like for sure's in terms of like a pitcher not to win type thing. I think just Angel and Nationals, match pretty evenly. Orioles and Rays based off their pitchers match pretty evenly. Athletics and Blue Jays, pretty even. Padres and Marlins, you would think the Padres would have a better chance, but Martin Perez is just honestly not the best. Marlins been scrappy. Red Sox Astros, that's a tough matchup. Blanco and Houck, two solid pitchers, two good right-handed pitchers. Both teams hit right-handed pitchers actually really well. So how's that going to go? Two good righties, both teams hit righties at the top of the league. I think Aaron Savali's hits is a good one. He's been getting hit a lot against the Reds. I don't like second games of a doubleheader. Royals and Cardinals. You got Mikolas and Lawrenson, both really even. Mikolas pitched really well against the Royals last time, but at the same time, he's over his earned runs at 3 of his last 4. Michael Lawrenson hasn't been the best since being traded. Cubs and White Sox. You got Garrett Crochet. They have their ace pitching today. It's also the what do they call? What do they call? What do they call this? The White Sox and the Cubs. They call it something. The Subway Series is like the Mets and the Yankees. Oh, Crosstown Classic. That's right. Windy City Showdown, Chicago. Crosstown Classic is, I think, what I'm thinking of. Look, these teams are going to play each other tough. It's the White Sox Cubs. Those are going to be scrappy games all the time. Braves and Rockies, Holmes is pitching. Not interested. Obviously, I like Phillies and Diamondbacks. I like the Pirates and the Dodgers. I could see Bryce Miller having a good spot here with the Mariners. And then we don't know who's pitching for the Tigers. Robbie Ray's going. So depending on who's pitching for the Tigers, that could be a good little juice reducer right there. That play that I have with Bailey over, if that falls apart, maybe we go with like some Giants, money line, or like fade the Tigers pitcher to not get a win with Flaherty or something like that. But there's not a lot of good games, to be completely honest. So let's quickly talk some NFL. And then, like I said, if anybody has any questions, you're watching on Twitter or anything like that, let me know. Oops, let's see. Let's get rid of that. Oh, 2 new followers. This guy gets on Trent's stream all the time. Yeah, book it with Trent. I need to do that again today. I need to get on that Trent stream again today. Continue to get my name out. Proof is in the pudding right there. That dude's on there a lot. Anyway, I wanted to pull Ty up. Ty's been putting out these charts for look at me right there at the top. Oh, I pointed. You guys can't see that. Best bets Friday 8-9 lunchtime on the left. I got more viewers than Mikey here. That's not like congruent. That's just all time. Anyway, he's been putting out these charts, I think, that are really useful. So if you're not following Ty the College Guy, check out Ty the College Guy. He's got almost 8,000 subscribers, co-owner of Beer Money Picks. Check him out. Today, we got Michael Penix Jr. as our thumbnail player of the day. They say he's going to be playing. They don't know. They didn't say how long. And that's the hard part about betting on preseason. Yesterday we got cooked a little bit. The Giants scored pretty quickly. They put up 14 points easily. Drew Lock got hurt, and then DeVito, is just average. Patriots yesterday really let me down. Joe Milton looked great. I don't know if you guys watched the game or not. Joe Milton looked great. I mean, there was a play, like a Madden type play where pocket broke. He ran right, broke a tackle, ran left. ended up running for like 16 yards or something like that. Drake May did not look good. Drake May looked bad. Jacoby Brissett threw the ball 3 times. I don't know if he's going to be the starter. He's certainly given the starter treatment. He only played 1 drive. Jacoby Brissett didn't look good. May didn't look good. Bailey Zappi honestly looked horrendous. So it really kind of comes down to quarterback play, and unfortunately, like those quarterbacks really didn't show up. But we have the best option we have here though is gonna be the Falcons. I like the Falcons. We're looking at a -2.5 here, which is fantastic. I like that. I like that number there. So I told Ty I was gonna be talking. I'm talking about you right now. But yeah, -2.5 is a really good look. And like I said, it really comes down to it's the second and the third stringers. Like we we're not going to see Kirk Cousins. We're very unlikely going to see Bijan Robinson. Probably not going to see Tyler Algier. No Drake London, no Darnell Mooney, no Ray, right? Austin Mack, more than likely going to be like wide receiver 1. Austin Mack, coming from the Canadian Football League. Nathan Rourke, also coming from the Canadian Football League, if I'm not mistaken. So Kirk Cousins isn't going to be out there. So their number 1 today is likely going to be Michael Penix. He's probably only going to get a drive, if he even really gets much of a drive. You have Michael Penix Jr., we have Taylor Heineke, and then you have Nathan Rourke. Heineke, obviously, as third string, he very well could play. I mean, we could see Penix play a drive. Honestly, a drive, right? That's it. Taylor Heineke is going to play the whole first half, more than likely, and then we are going to have Nathan Rourke following up and playing the whole second half. Nathan Rourke is still a pretty good quarterback. Is he a no NFL caliber quarterback? I don't know. He's probably going to be a career backup type guy, but some of those guys are still pretty solid. And then you have Austin Mack, who's going to be fighting for the position. You have a solid, solid secondary here, and they're fairly deep with running back here, but the handicap is looking at its quarterback play. Like I said, Tua is not going to play. Absolutely not. Of course, Tua is not going to play. I mean, the Dolphins have this type of team where they actually have a pretty good team. I didn't realize that Odell was on the Dolphins, to be completely honest. But none of these starters are going to be playing, right? Devon A-Chain probably not going to be playing. Dude's played with injuries. They're likely going to be running with a third string, fourth string, fifth string type running back. Braxton Berrios, honestly, it might not even be a dude that's going to be playing in this game either, to be honest. It's likely with the talent that they have, they might be running like a third string receiver, what do they call it? Skills unit. Most importantly, though, we have Mike White and Skylar Thompson, right? That's what the handicap is. We have Mike White and Skylar Thompson playing against each other. And then we have, Michael Penix Jr., Taylor Heineke, and Nathan Rourke. I would take Taylor Heineke against all of those guys. Look, I would take Taylor Heineke as my quarterback as a Vikings fan right now over Sam Darnold. I trust Taylor Heineke to get it done, honestly, and I think Nathan Rourke is pretty solid too. And then going against, a Mike White and a Skylar Thompson led team. If I'm not mistaken, Skylar Thompson did have a start last year, and guys, it was bad. Skylar Thompson did not do well in his start, if I'm not mistaken. Rourke. I think he's gonna be good, Trent. Good in this game. So anyhow, we're gonna go Falcons. Falcons -2.5. That is probably my favorite play on the board for the 3 games that are going today. If you like NFL preseason, Ty the college guy, like I said on Twitter, this is his Twitter. He gave out a free play. The guy's 3-0 in the preseason already. Hit Patriots first half and Patriots full game. And then he hit on the first game too, if I'm not mistaken. But I think he's 3-0 already, or he went 3-0 yesterday. One of the two. He hasn't lost yet. Really good at preseason football. I mean, we've been communicating a lot. Me and Ty's gonna probably have a lot of collabs, a lot of similar plays, everything like that. But if you're interested in betting on preseason and you're not in the Discord, or you want somebody that is is actually like putting in work for it, like this is the guy to follow. If you're in the Discord and you have not given Ty a chance, this is the guy to follow. The second play is going to be the Texans -2.5, and this is I hate the Eagles. All right, I probably hate the Ravens even more. I'm not interested in betting on these teams. I actually nearly refuse to bet in games that the Eagles are a part of because I hate, for one, I hate the tush push. Okay. I guess we're gonna find out how good it is without old boy at the center position this year. I hate the tush push. Um, their drives take forever. So if you're on props on the opposing team, it's really, really frustrating because it's like they have the ball for an entire quarter. So your quarterback's not getting his reps. Your guys aren't really given like an ample, chance or whatever. So Ty's got 2 plays out on the Eagles and the Ravens game. I know it's just not a game that I'm at all even interested in messing with. They're 2 of my least favorite teams to bet on. The Eagles are the Dodgers of the MLB, of the NFL. Not talent wise, mind you, just in the fact that I don't like them. Trent, I just don't like the teams. I don't know how the game's going to go. I don't like the teams. They're just teams that I'm not interested in betting, styles that I'm not interested in betting. I think, Trent, you're in the Discord. I would see what Ty's got on it and then roll with what he's thinking. My thought process here though is that the Texans are now playing their second game. The Texans were part of that Canton game. The rust has already been knocked off. The Steelers rust is not knocked off. The Texans, I think, are going to have a chance to come out hotter. Here's like a little bit of, let me see. I mean, I think he's got, yeah, there you go. So CJ Stroud is going to be getting they're saying CJ Stroud's getting a drive. All right. Maybe they'll get 2 drives. I don't know. But CJ Stroud's going to be out there. I hear Stephon Diggs is going to be playing. If I'm not mistaken, the Texans are actually running out the full unit this game. Where the Steelers more than likely are going to be missing some of their guys. They're not going to run out as many people. So we're looking at CJ Stroud, likely Joe Mixon. But that I'm guessing maybe he's hurt, questionable, or maybe that's questionable as in he doesn't know if he's going to play. I don't really know if he's got like a legend or anything like that. But I've seen Diggs is playing. I mean, you would think Tank Dell probably would, with his injuries that he's had and everything, kind of get him like, ready for the season. But you look at, once again, QB play here again. Davis Mills looked really good in his first game against the Bears. Davis Mills and Case Keenum, as a Vikings fan, I would take Case Keenum over my quarterback options in Minnesota right now. Case Keenum was a solid quarterback for Minnesota. Case Keenum can be a starting quarterback in some spots. Davis Mills looked pretty good on some of those games that when CJ Stroud was hurt for a couple of games. I think the Texans are deeper, and the Texans have a better opportunity with playing more starters than what the Steelers are going to be playing, if that makes any sort of sense to you guys. So then you look on the other side. It doesn't look like Russell Wilson's going to be playing. Justin Fields is supposed to be getting a rep. I just haven't been able to see how long Justin Fields is playing. That's a bit of a downside to, pulling the trigger, I guess, now instead of 7 hours from when the game starts. And they're saying Justin Fields is going to play like most of the game, then it's like, well, shoot, that makes it a little scary. But I think Justin Fields is going to come out maybe similar as like a starter, even if he only plays the first quarter. But I mean, how effective is he really going to be? The good part about that is that Justin Fields is going to be playing against some of the starting defense, against some of the second string good guys, instead of playing against like a third string defense. Tyson Bagent actually tore up the Texans. But I think Bagent is honestly, I've liked him. I like to bet on him. I thought he was a strong quarterback. You got Kyle Allen as the second option, and John Reese Plumlee, which is kind of crazy that John Reese Plumlee is on the Steelers too. Is Plumlee was like a really mobile quarterback for was it Wake Forest, I think. Dude was a runner. He was a big time runner. He was actually a center fielder for them too. Like he would leave like the baseball game to go then to practice or then go play for them too. So he was a dual athlete, one of those guys, just like Mahomes got drafted kind of thing. I think Russell Wilson, was drafted to the Rangers, if I'm not mistaken, in baseball. So same type of guy. He was a dual type. I don't think he was a pitcher. I think he was a center fielder. But anyway, though, I mean, he's a mobile type guy. So we got some pretty mobile guys here. But I talked a lot more than I expected to talk about it. But I think the Texans, like I said, have already played a game today. And I think that that's going to benefit them a lot. They have their starters playing at least a drive. If the Texans can go down and get that first touchdown, I think it's no looking back. If Stroud goes down and gets his first touchdown, I think it's no looking back. I don't think Justin Fields matches it, to be completely honest. And then we're playing backups, and I think the backups are stronger in Texas for Houston than they are for Pittsburgh, if that makes sense. So that's where we're at, guys. Does anybody have any questions about anything? MLB, NFL, anything like that? Questions. But yeah, give Ty a follow if you haven't. At Ty the football guy. Used to be the college guy. And it's football with one L. I don't know why. Maybe somebody else had the other the real spelling of it. Like this video if you haven't liked the video yet. If you have not subscribed to me yet, do me a favor and subscribe to me too. If you have not checked out the pick of the day video for me, please check out the pick of the day video for me, please. Even if you know what the pick of the day is, because I told you, please go and just click on it. Help me get an algorithm, everything like that. Super Bowl predictions. I feel like I talked about this on the stream yesterday. We've been streaming on playback, so like we actually watch, like people watch the games with us. I feel like we talked about. I feel like we were more talking college football yesterday. Look, if I was gonna like actually bet it with my own money, I mean, I'd hate to say that. I mean, the Chiefs are still one of the better teams in the league. The 49ers probably up there. I think being more realistic, I think that I think the Texans are a really good live option at plus 1500. I think the Jets, Trent, we said at the same time. I think the Jets could be a sneaky option as well. If Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, that's a really good defense. And they're building some pretty good talent there. I think the Jets could be a nice longer shot at plus 1800. The Texans at plus 1500. Look, the Chiefs, luck's going to run out eventually. I mean, they're still going to be a live contender. 49ers, it really comes down to Brock Purdy. Is Ayuk leaving? Ravens, I hate the Ravens. Look, so I'm not even thinking about them. The Lions have a good offense, but defensively, man, like they were getting tuned up through the air. The defense wasn't great. I think the Lions are probably not a bad look. The Eagles lost some talent. Texans are just strong. Texans are young. I do think the Jets are probably a pretty solid option. I think even if you look at like divisions, like The Jets, I think, could easily win this division. I don't know. I mean, the Bills might be okay with Keon Coleman and everything, but I mean, like, they lost their 2 number 1 receivers. I think the Jets could win this division. I think the Texans should win this division pretty easily, honestly. I think the Jets win this division. I think the Texans should hold this division down. Although I do think the Colts could be pretty sneaky if Richardson stays healthy. I suppose the Ravens win this division. I do always like the Bengals, but I just don't know how they're going to be this year. Chiefs are going to win this division. Um, I could see the Eagles having a down year this year and the Cowboys getting one, but then there's the whole CeeDee Lamb issues where he's like Jerry Jones is saying he's not in a hurry, and CeeDee Lamb put like LOL, quote tweeted it, or whatever. I see Cowboys maybe stealing it. Look, I really do think I'm going to be high on the Falcons. I think Kirk Cousins is going to be pretty damn good. Here, NFC North, the Vikings, of course. Look, I would love them to restructure it so the Vikings could get out of that division. This has got to be the toughest division in the league, or maybe it's because I know it better than most do. But I mean, look at it. All right, let's be real though. Obviously, yeah, I know the Vikings aren't going to be very good this year. We're running with Sam Darnold. JJ McCarthy, I hear, is not looking good. We kind of have to figure some things out, but maybe the defense will be really strong, and maybe the defense will, they got Dallas Turner. Maybe, Harrison Smith's going to look good. This has got to be Harrison Smith's like last year. Maybe the defense will step up. Maybe the defense will look good. Like they started to look good last year. Maybe defense will keep them in the game long enough for the offense to figure it out and get in a groove. But you look at the Lions, really good offense. Defense does struggle though. They do have issues with pass. The Packers. Jordan Love was phenomenal. They've got 2 really good tight ends. Josh Jacobs is their running back now. They've got a pretty good defense. But the Bears have a pretty easy schedule. Look, I think the Bears are going to win the division. Plus 330, I think, is a steal. Caleb Williams, I think, is going to be better than expected, although I really do hope he fails because I think he's a douchebag, and I'm a Vikings fan. But they have DeAndre Swift at running back. They still have, I don't know, they still got Herbert. They had the other dude, the short dude, Cole Kmet at tight end. They've got DJ Moore. They've got Keenan Allen. They have Rome Odunze or whatever you say his name. They have 3 really good wide receivers. Rome is going to be sneaky good this year. Rome's going to be good this year, guys. Then you have Keenan Allen, and then you have DJ Moore on the outside. You got Rome like in the slot, or they got a lot have like DJ play out of the slot. Guys, that's solid. Then you got Caleb Williams, who is a little mobile. Like I said, DeAndre Swift, they got that passing receiver, and then they have like the bulkier guy. I think that's why I think they can win the division. 49ers likely to win the NFC West. But Kenneth, am I putting together something for the MLB stepped up promo on DraftKings? Yeah, probably, but probably not till like later on. There's just not a lot. Like I talked about really not liking a lot of the matchups today. I have 2 plays out in the Discord. And then I was thinking about messing with like a like a little builder type thing. Like plus 3.5 for the Falcons. Texans. Plus 3.5. Nah, I'd like it to be closer to even money, but something like that, maybe for NFL tonight. I I prefer to watch and enjoy NFL than I do baseball. Baseball is going to certainly start to kind of like fizzle out as NFL gets more prevalent. I also need to like pay attention to it to be good. I need to watch the preseason. I need to research the preseason. I need to literally college football is in like 15 days. College football is in 15 days. Like there's like 80 games a Saturday. Like I got some work to do. So yeah, though probably. I always try to maximize boosts, even if it's just going to be like a point 0.1 unit. You know, these are things I think I like or something. But I'm honestly about to like. I like to get away. Like I'm gonna walk away from all this. There's 6 hours until game start. I'll exclude the 2 o'clock game. I'm gonna walk away and then revisit it. You know, around 4 o'clock or something today, maybe 5 o'clock. Uh, as like there's more like announcements of like people in and out or pictures or something changes or something like that. Um, I feel like I see it better when I walk away and I come back. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate you guys. Obviously nothing on the weekends. I'll be back on Monday. You know, before we know it, I'm gonna have before I know it, I'm gonna have you know, we'll be doing streams on Saturday. Or I'm gonna be doing streams with like the Discord and you guys can catch me on Saturday, maybe not on my own channel. Or maybe we run it through here, which honestly would be nice. Run it through this channel. And then like Ty and you know, whoever else is doing college football can talk, you know, potentially or whatever. But appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys back on Monday.